Let's go. Ready.
So what we have here is the Drive Kit Plus for the iPhone. It's an option which you can get when you have the Audio 20 or Command Online infotainment system. And with this Drive Kit Plus for the iPhone, you have basically a full integration of the iPhone in the car. And what you see on the screen here is basically an iPhone app. We call it Digital Drive Style app, so kind of the continuance of the digital lifestyle in the car. And everything basically you see here is driven from an app. You see the iPhone here in the glove box. It's an app which we fully designed and developed in Palo Alto. And we have grouped the features under social media and places. So on the social we have Facebook, we have Twitter, events, social playlists, and we can go into social newsfeed here. Basically you see all the news in your inbox. You can go in there, you can read them aloud, you can like the message. I already liked it, so you can see that status.
Is this an integrated 3G connection, or are you using the iPhone's?
We're using the iPhone's 3G connection. You can look at uploaded photos. Of course, to minimize driver's distraction, we only allow text-to-speech while driving. You cannot look at the text message itself, only by part.
And this is just a wheel-driven interface. There's not a touch screen. That's correct.
Exactly. Yes, that's right. And we have integrated social, kind of as a platform into the whole application, so you can share the music you're listening to, as you can see, and this is dynamic information with the actual song which is currently playing. You can post that on Facebook, for example, or via Twitter. You can share basically where you're going, the current location, and as you can see that here, driving to, driving on, you can check into places, or you can send messages, only pre-canned messages while you're actually driving. And the media, we have Alpeo, internet radio, and personal radio. So you can go into Alpeo. It's pretty well known in Europe in the meantime, and also in the US. My personal favorite is pop, and I like 80s music. And these are, basically pre-selected stations, put together by Alpeo. And similar to Pandora in the US, it's available here in Europe and in the US. You can like the songs, you can ban the songs, you can skip forward, and you can also share from here, for example, the current song, and say, you know what, let me share it with my Twitter followers. And additionally, you have, of course, access to your whole music library on the device. We can go into My Music, and you can go, for example, into albums. And what's also special is basically, since we are the only OEM which really have implemented this solution in a way that we have a digital video interface between the iPhone and the screen here in the car, we can really implement a rich user interface with great animations and transitions, and depending on the speed, for example, of the rotation here of this knob, you see these albums, really.
What's the? Do you know what the operating system is based on?
It's of course iOS, 5.1.
But in the car, is it?
So it really doesn't matter it doesn't matter what interface or basically what infotainment solution you have in the car in terms of what OS it is. So this can be QNX, it can be Microsoft Auto. It really doesn't matter, because everything you see here on the screen is driven from the app on the device. So that means we really use OpenGL, for example, in this iPhone app to drive this these animations and things, and you see, for example, we have these glass tiles, we have this glossy surface, you see the mirroring towards the rear, towards the bottom, and basically all just made to look beautiful and to be easy to use.
So just to recap, the main features of this this new iPhone integration is that the social media, so entertainment, so that'd be audio playback, like maybe internet radio, things like that. Anything else? Are there any other connected features?
Of course we have Places, and on the Places we have a full onboard navigation solution, and we have worked with Garmin. As you know, basically the Navigon application is currently #1 in the iPhone App Store, and that's basically what we are using here. So we are using Garmin's iPhone navigation solution.
Do you have to have the iPhone connected to have navigation or not?
That's right.
You do?
You need to have it connected, and of course you can share from here also your location.
So do you need the Navigon app installed on your iPhone, or do you just need the Mercedes app installed?
You just need the Mercedes app. It's already coming in this package. And
so is there a different navigation system available when you don't have the iPhone in, or is there no navigation without iPhone?
Oh yeah,
So
do you have Becker Traffic Pro?
we have the Becker Map Pilot,
Yeah.
for those customers which don't have an iPhone, so they can get that and can get traffic with that. But for customers with an iPhone, we believe that this solution is, even much more attractive.
So with the Becker one, it's just standard RDS TMC type traffic, sort of.
That's correct.
And then with this, you've got stream traffic data over the internet.
We have IP-based traffic from INRIX in here, and we have some other off-board based features like points of interest from Google. So you can search with Google. We have Google Street View implemented as well. And brand new, and we are also first to market with this actually, is Glimpse. I don't know if you've heard about Glimpse, but Glimpse actually is a company in the US, a startup company, and they have patents on sharing your location real time with friends, with coworkers, with others. So you can share between 5 minutes and 4 hours your location. Let's do this here for 10 minutes. You can share it on Facebook or Twitter with a link basically to a map which shows you driving on the map. So what I do now here, I select, let's share my location with Bill for 10 minutes. And what's happening now, Bill will receive an email with a link. When he clicks on that link, basically a map will open and show me for those 10 minutes on the map. And we see a lot of use cases actually, you're on your way to a meeting, you're stuck in traffic. Right now you have 5 people calling you, where are you, when will you arrive? This way you can do this proactively. People see your location on the map and the proximate ETA. They don't need to disturb you in the car, maybe some fun use cases, you're on your way home and you share this with your family and with your kids, and your kids know exactly when daddy comes into the driveway and when to wave at the window.
Does the navigation system support Google Send to Car?
We have Google Send to Car with Command Online. So we can switch basically, to the onboard system with Command Online.
Right.
And let me mute.
And is that still using the iPhone for internet connectivity, or is it now using integrated internet connectivity?
So this is using basically your device. It just needs a device with dial-up networking. Very soon, also with the private area network profile. And I can go into the Mercedes-Benz apps. So this is the onboard solution, with fully integrated Mercedes-Benz apps with Command Online. The other solution, the whole iPhone integration with this digital drive style app and the Drive Kit Plus for the iPhone is for both, for Audio 20, which doesn't have a navigation on board, as well as for Command Online, if customers, choose to get that option. And I can show you briefly the Mercedes-Benz apps as well for Command Online. All of this is basically a cloud-based solution. Everything you see here runs in the browser. Even though all these apps, and the integration looks like onboard applications, all of this is actually HTML code, basically running in the browser, fully integrated. And as you can see here, we have Google Local Search with Street View and Panoramio. We have weather forecast and weather maps. We have news. We have Yelp only in the US market currently. But as soon as the penetration in Europe is wide enough, we will enable that in Europe as well.
And there's a web browser of some description, isn't there? Is that right?
And of course we have a web browser, but only while standing still. And then here you can see the points of interest and routes download from Google Maps. And we are the only OEM actually which allows the sending of Google Maps routes, and the routes you can customize, with these white dots as you are used to in Google Maps, and then send them to the car. You can plan your whole vacation, with 20, 30 routes, send them to the car, and then you have them on board. And then the Facebook implementation and European Championship, just for the European Championship with 90 elf. We have this only in the German market right now for the 3.5 weeks, basically. But it's pretty,
don't need it in England anymore.
And of course, if we want to dive into any of the applications here, I can do a Google Local Search just to show you Street View and Panoramio. I really like.
So Send to Car is part of this part of the interface, not the iPhone integration.
That's right. At the moment, but the great thing about this solution, both for Command Online, and the Mercedes-Benz apps, the big advantage is for both of these solutions that it's fully flexible. So all of the apps you see here, basically, you can upgrade. We can add apps. We can even change the UI and so on. It's very flexible, and what's in my opinion also pretty revolutionary for the automotive industry, especially with the digital drive style app for the iPhone, is customers can give us feedback and can rate the app, between 1 and 5 stars. They can write reviews. They can let us know basically, what they like and dislike, which apps maybe we should integrate. And I think this is, pretty awesome that, we get this right away from day one, and it doesn't need, the channels through,
it's good.
our customer assistance center or dealerships and so on. And let me pick a restaurant here.
So one thing I'm wondering about, I often do with these new systems, it looks like a great new iPhone integration, but obviously it doesn't support other platforms like Android, particularly Windows Phone as well, but particularly Android.
Yes.
And I do wonder about, whether that, possibly limits the market appeal of the car, because increasingly, especially in the younger generation, they're very attached to their smartphones. They're very loyal to platforms, and they might actually choose a car based on the quality of the smartphone integration.
Completely agreed.
So do you guys have any plans to improve your Android support then?
Of course, we are working on that. Of course, we have basic integration, via Bluetooth, with all your hands-free profiles, with phone book access profile, with the map, the message access profile, with the AVRCP and A2DP profiles for music integration. That's the basics. So basically, every Android phone can be integrated this way as well. But to get the full integration of the digital drive style app, to get all the UI and new apps and so on that we are working, and we are working directly, with Andy Rupen and his team, with Google, to integrate that into the OS. To really make it also more independent of the hardware manufacturers, like HTC, LG, and Samsung.
Yep.
And we are planning to have a solution ready in 2013.
Cool. So something that's in a similar scale and scope to this.
Exactly.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much.
Yep. You're welcome.